I love your pashmina.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. It is September 11th, and we are here to do our final Fridays for Good. We were just talking about Final Fridays. We are joined by Sara, who is the Executive Director of HAWC. Thank you so much for joining us, Sara.
Hi, thanks so much, Samantha. Hi, everyone. Sara Stanley. As Sam said, I am the Executive Director of HAWC, Healing Abuse, Working for Change. We are a nonprofit here on the North Shore that supports survivors of domestic violence. So we provide a variety of services for survivors. We do one-on-one advocacy, where you can work with an advocate to set goals, safety plan, and take any steps to increase your safety, whatever that might be. We operate a 24-hour hotline where people can call to ask questions. You can call if you have questions about how you might support a loved one, or if you need support yourself. And, we help with everything from I need someone to talk to because I feel like I'm in an unhealthy relationship, but I don't know. So we have those conversations all the way to, the other end of the spectrum where someone needs to flee or possibly go into shelter. We offer legal services, which is a really important aspect of our programming. Including legal advocacy in the courts and legal clinics with our staff attorneys. We offer services for children, which is really important, especially right now, and I'd love to talk a little bit more about that. And we operate an emergency shelter.
Okay, where are your offices located? I know you said North Shore. Are you based out of Salem? I know you guys have offices in Lynn. Do you service the whole North Shore?
Yeah, so we service pretty much the entire North Shore. We have offices in Salem. In Lynn, we're at 20 Central Ave. Okay. And then we have an office in Gloucester, and then one out of North Shore Medical Center as well. So like a lot of people, we did pivot to virtual delivery of our services when the pandemic started. So we want everyone to know that even though our offices are generally closed, they're open for some purposes. We are still providing all of our same services, either via Zoom, via telephone. So we want folks to know that we're here for you, no matter what you need. Right now, it has been really tricky because the police stations, for example, were closed to the public. Some are now open, but with limited access. Likewise, the courts. The Lynn District Court is closed to the public for restraining order 209A applications. And we're available to help because it can be kind of daunting to say, okay, I need to do this online. How am I going to do this? So we're here specifically to help people with that process.
And you said the 24-hour number is probably the best number to call in that situation?
Yep, absolutely. So that's 1-800-547-1649. And that's 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can talk to a live person who can direct you to whatever you need.
Yeah. And I know that you and I were just talking before we started this about COVID and how it's really affected not only how you guys are delivering services, but the clients that you serve. So I would love for you to talk a little about that.
Yeah. So the isolation that's been required to stop the spread of COVID-19 has really exacerbated all of the risk factors for someone that's experiencing abuse when you're isolated in your home, potentially with a partner who is abusive. People were cut off from a lot of their normal supports, your coworkers, your family, your friends. We have particular concerns for children when they're not in the classroom, teachers, other adults are often ones that hear things and are able to provide some support. So HAWC has really sprung into action to try and address this. We've initiated, you can now correspond with a HAWC advocate via text message.
Wow.
So if you're stuck at home and, possibly have limited access or, capacity to get out of the house, we are available to communicate via text. Likewise, we're doing a lot more via Zoom, including our parent-child trauma recovery program for children that have experienced domestic abuse. So this is something that we developed right in the middle of the pandemic to make sure that children are getting the support that they needed. And likewise, we're offering a parenting group. If you are, if your family has experienced domestic violence and you would like some support on how to parent through the trauma that your family has experienced, this is a great resource, and it's all available via Zoom. So we're really trying to make the services come to people where they are.
That's awesome. I also would love to, I think I met you guys at one of the fundraisers that I attended last year. How are you guys adapting your fundraising for the next year?
Yeah. We've been so touched by the outpouring of support in the initial, weeks and months of the pandemic. I think there was really great awareness of how this was going to really endanger survivors in a very real way. And we have Domestic Violence Awareness Month coming up. The month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we'll be doing a series of events, including our annual Working to Heal breakfast. And that will be a virtual event and a virtual fundraiser. So be on the lookout for more information about that. COVID has created so much more need, has intensified the stakes for people who are experiencing abuse. And we are really in need of volunteers, people that are interested in supporting us either financially or through some kind of volunteer work. If you find yourself working remotely now and maybe you've cut out your commute time and find yourself able to give some time, we have trainings coming up for folks who want to volunteer and do something like help with our emergency hotline. That's an amazing way to support survivors, and you can do it all from home.
Now, if people are interested to find out what they can do to get more involved with HAWC, would going on your website and just browsing the website be one of the best first things to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can visit our website, hawcdv.org. You can visit us on Facebook, and you can see the volunteer options that are available. This really takes, the more we work together as a community and the more we educate each other, because so much of this is people being connected to people.
Yeah.
If anybody that's watching today, chances are someone that you're like, I'm worried about them.
Yeah.
Call them, text them. Don't let anything stop you from staying in touch with this person. Refer them to HAWC. Validate their feelings. Let them know that you're there for them, because that can make a really huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much, we're in such a fraught moment, right? The world is, really on fire right now.
Yep.
And there's a lot of hard things going on. You
Mhm.
know, at HAWC, you know, we're a social justice organization, and we want to take to use this moment and as an opportunity.
Yes.
There's a lot of important things that everybody watching right now can do, not only to support survivors, but to contribute to social justice, racial justice. So a couple things I just want to remind people to do.
Please.
Fill out your census. We have until September 30th. That's really important. I know the city of Lynn has really been focused on this. It's important for Lynn, but all of our North Shore communities. Fill out your census, be counted. Likewise, register to vote. We have until, I think it's October 24th to register to vote. At HAWC, we want survivors to use their voice. So if you need help with doing a confidential voter registration, give us a shout and we can help you with that. This is a moment for all of us to use our voices and advocate for ourselves.
Thank you, Sarah, so much for everything that you and your team do for everybody affected by domestic violence. It affects the whole family. So I think that what you do for everybody is so important. And thank you so much. I want to just give you a few more minutes if you wanted to talk about anything, but we really appreciate what you do for the community. We appreciate you as a member of the Greater Lynn Chamber, and we thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Sam. So a couple things. One, if you are a teacher, if you are a healthcare provider, we're here for you too. We know our other partners out in the community, you're encountering survivors. So if we can support you, anyone that's watching in your professional world, reach out to us. We're still doing professional development trainings for community partners. So give us a call if we can support you know, our fellow members in the work that they're doing. And for anyone that is experiencing abuse at home or has experienced abuse in the past and are really, you know, want to validate that the fear and anxiety caused by COVID and the pandemic, it's a real thing and it can be very triggering. So our message to anyone that's experiencing that right now is that you're not alone. We're here for you. If we can do anything to help, we have some resources to help. If you need diapers, if you need supplies, school supplies for your kiddos, we're doing a lot of advocacy with families around access to their remote learning. So know that you're not alone, and this is a challenging time, but we'll get through it and we're here to help.
It starts with a phone call, right?
Absolutely. And lastly, I want to say thank you to the Chamber. You're keeping us all connected during this time. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
We're all part of the same community, right? We got to get through this together.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Sarah, so much. And again, the information will probably be in this video at the bottom. So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next week.
Okay. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.